We'll monitor you from here. One of our objectives has been attacked.
My sentry is ready.
Doing good so far, troops. The hostiles hold fewer sectors than we do. Charlie 1 is now on target. We're about to attack Delta 1.
Another one for me. Reloading.
Russians have Sector Alpha. Enemies attacking Charlie 1. Please return to the engagement area. On my position.
Reload! Shithead!
Time to turn this battle around, troops. We must claim more sectors.
They're shooting at us!
Sector Charlie is now held by us.
Reloading, hold on!
Taking control of Sector Bravo.
Cover me, I'm reloading!
We have taken more sectors than they have. Make sure we don't lose our advantage. Our attack on Alpha 1 is underway.
Боец ранен! Нужна помощь!
Помощь не требуется!
Hey folks, Dave here, and first of all, thank you to DICE and EA for inviting me out for an early Battlefield 2042 preview of the upcoming Season 6 content. Now, I have to start things off by saying that I am pretty impressed that this game is still getting regular updates, and some pretty expansive ones as the year has gone on. And there's been a really big Easter egg push behind Season 6 here with all kind of teases and Easter eggs hidden in the last few patches where a lot of Battlefield 2042 specialists have gone missing. And this was connected to a real life Easter egg hunt, as myself and a bunch of other past and present Battlefield creators got a mysterious package in the mail from the Boreas company, and inside was a non-patrioted ID card, and it belonged to some of those missing specialists. It had a little QR code there. As you guys can see here, I had just a bit of fun taking some photos of this stuff as it arrived and watching the rest of the community work to figure out what we might be getting with Season 6. Well, now we know. As is usually the case for Battlefield games, the longer that DICE has been doing this, the better and better they are getting with this current iteration of the Battlefield franchise, and these new maps are looking really, really good. And it was just so visually impressive that, as difficult as it was, I wanted to play more and more of my time in the gameplay capture session there with my HUD off. It just looked really, really awesome. The map is heavily inspired by the very popular previous Battlefield maps, Lockers and Metro, of course, with a very linear design overall, but still having some flanking options on the north and south sides, and of course no vehicles, as this one is completely underground. At this underground facility, it looks like some experiments have been done to create kind of cybernetically enhanced specialists, and you're going to see those in some of the premium cosmetics during this season's Battle Pass. This is a lot of groundwork for just one season and one map of content, so it wouldn't surprise me to see this tie into some of the previous talk that we've heard about an overarching long-term Battlefield franchise. Now, with Specialist already getting a very cold shoulder by the overall Battlefield community, myself included, I think it's yet to be seen if even this doubling down of a more intense and detailed narrative is going to convince people to come along for the ride for both Battlefield 2042 and any kind of other interconnected future games. But it is cool to see the amount of effort being put in to convincing people to give the game a try with all this extra narrative work. I have to say that I was not expecting this game to get multiple years of support after how it launched and the reception that it received. I'm curious too what you guys think. Is this kind of narrative something that's going to get you to come back to the game and give it another go? I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on that. Hey, it got me to come back and play for the gameplay capture session, and I'm glad that I did. Now, as far as me personally, the infantry-only grind maps in previous Battlefield games, Battlefield 3 and 4 especially, have never been my first choice when it comes to maps, but 2042 had no infantry-only maps, so I am glad to see that one has arrived for those of you who like to really go for that type of close quarters gameplay. But the new season does come with a few new weapons as well. There's the VHX D3 Burst Assault Rifle that is based heavily off of the FAMAS. I was also actually quite excited to see the L9 CZ pistol show up. I always do a little bit of pointing at the screen when I see a CZ pistol show up in a video game, because as fantastic as those pistols are, they're still relatively unheard of. This one in-game in 2042 lives up to its real-life namesake. It is quite flat to shoot, especially if you add a rather ridiculous-looking muzzle brake onto the front, and that full-size magazine definitely comes in handy. I used that CZ for my sidearm for basically most of the capture session and really enjoyed it. I also got my hands on the new G428 DMR for just a bit and enjoyed that. Not much to say there. It's a good feeling DMR. I really liked it in the tight corridors here on Redacted with a hollow scope on the top. We're also getting a little hovercraft bike, but that's not going to be on Redacted, obviously, with no vehicle spawns. Well, along with a pretty large battle pass, that about sums up the content that we're going to see in Season 6. But like I said earlier, I feel like this is a lot of marketing and groundwork for just one season. I think they're going to be adding more to the lore that we're getting in this season in the future. I don't think this is quite the end for Battlefield 2042. And speaking of which, I also think we're going to get some kind of related Halloween event, some kind of maybe official zombie mode based on some of the teases that we've seen in the official trailers for this season. I know that the zombie modes have been quite popular in Battlefield Portal game modes, so that would be a pretty cool limited time edition for the main game as well. For now, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.